Hello everyone, I'm Wheelman, and welcome back for Week 4 of the Season 11 challenges in Ghost Recon Wildlands. So first up this week is, in Kawani, kill 4 Unidad soldiers with a single C4 explosion. So I tried a couple of different ways to do this on extreme difficulty and in tier mode, but it just wasn't working out for me. The only realistic way of doing this challenge is setting a C4 and waiting by the side of the road until an appropriate vehicle comes along, or rolling up to a Unidad base and killing the people inside, causing a big ruckus and getting a wanted level on you. Obviously, I went with the latter. This is a Unidad base on the southeastern edge of the Kawani province. I'm not trying to funnel any of the enemies in it, I'm just waiting on the outside for the reinforcements to show up. I just dropped a C4 and then waited for a vehicle to show up, but as it turns out, it doesn't quite work that way. As it turns out, the pickup trucks that the Unidad use only have 3 guys in them. The knockoff Jeep Wranglers with the miniguns and the armored SUVs are the only ones that actually have 4 enemies in them for you to kill. So when one finally rolls up, run up and chuck a C4 underneath it and hope that you get them all. I ended up dying, but it doesn't really matter because all 4 of those guys did as well. I did go back and test. You can do this with both the Jeeps and the armored SUVs. But that's challenge 1 out of the way, so let's move on to challenge 2. Challenge 2 this week is, in extreme difficulty and without taking any damage, deploy to San Mateo Bravo, then complete the mission, the Prison Village. If you were like me and had to do the first challenge on arcade difficulty, just make sure you set yourself back to extreme before moving on. The mission location is also kind of close to the rally point, so you're going to want to start the mission before you fast travel. It is so close, in fact, that you might as well just run there and not even bother grabbing a vehicle. In order to clear out the area of all the enemies, you're basically just going to let the rebels do all of the heavy lifting while you sit in a bush and wait. However, the first thing that you want to do when you get here is to take out the generator. There is at least 1 alarm in this area, and having a helicopter show up would ruin your day really quickly. Once you're nice and settled, you can call in a rebel diversion, and there are a few things you need to keep an eye on. The first thing is the miniguns at the front of the base. They can tear up your rebels pretty quickly, so you want to take them out as soon as you can. The second is the sniper that's in the tower on the far side of the base from you. Not only can he spot you from a long way out, but he can take out the rebels pretty quickly. The third is a mortar that is in the lower part of the base. Listen for the enemy AI to make callouts about the mortar, and then take him down when a person goes to man it. There are a lot of guys in this base that need to be cleared out, so use your sync shot whenever you can to try and help the rebels a little bit. The last thing to watch out for is there is an enemy that is frequently on the road in front of the base. He's far enough out that the rebels generally don't turn around to get him, he just shoots them from behind. Once the base is clear and you're free to move in, just be careful about running around on these rocks. It would be really embarrassing if you came this far just to fall off a rock and die. The computer that you're looking for is on the 2nd floor of a building on the far side of the base from the rally point, and in the upper area of the prison itself.
That's gotta be the warden's office. If there are any prisoner records, they'll be in there. We need to get inside and see what we can find. We got a PC over here. If there's a record of the prison's inmates, it's here. No time to be choosy. We'll download every document. Download started. Stay alert, people. Download complete. Let's exfil and get the data.
It doesn't matter if reinforcements show up, because the mission is complete, and so is the challenge. The final solo challenge this week is, in extreme difficulty and using only CQC, deploy to Itaqua Bravo, then complete the mission, Kulta's Prisoner. This rally point is far enough away from the mission that you can start it once you arrive there. There's a very convenient helicopter right behind where you spawn, so use that and fly over towards the objective. You'll end up landing on the backside of the objective, behind all of the enemies that you're supposed to fight through. Now, try as I might, I couldn't get the rebels to come into the area and help me clear it out. I think the rebel diversion just spawns in a bad location, so you're going to end up having to sink shot a bunch of people that are in the area. The ultimate goal of this mission is to get inside this church with the red roof. Depending on the time of day when you arrive here, I have seen up to 4 people sleeping inside the church. In this video, I just have the one, so I just use the sink shot to take him down. You actually don't have to clear out the whole area either. I killed any who I thought were gonna spot me on the way into the church, and just left the rest. Once you get inside, open the cage and talk to the guy, and you're done with the mission. But that is it. That is the last solo challenge for Season 11. If you stuck with it from Challenge 1, congratulations. You now have a Saiga 12 with slightly better damage, way worse accuracy, and 10 less rounds in its magazine. If you missed a week and didn't unlock the ACS 12, don't worry too much about it. It's nothing to write home about, and it's not going to change the meta of the game. But this isn't a review video, this is a guide video, and we still have one challenge left to do. So for the Task Force challenge this week, we have, using only LMG, yes, that's how it's spelled, kill any bosses from security provinces with a headshot from 100 meters or further. I chose to use the Mark 249 for no real reason other than it had a high accuracy when I first looked at it. And I came to the San Mateo province to restart the mission El Pozolero. Technically speaking, he is one of the bosses that you're supposed to extract. However, it actually works out better if you kill him because you will restart just outside the compound. I decided it was easiest to switch the game down to arcade once again, and then just take the LMG and rush through the base. It really doesn't matter if the alarm goes off, because he doesn't move from his location. You can also call in Rebel Guns for Hire for a little bit of extra help, but it doesn't really matter. Once the area is sufficiently clear, you can just run into the building, grab him, and stuff him into the nearby car. Then just take him up the hill towards this sniper tower. The only other thing to really note is it's not a great idea to park it directly in front of the sniper tower. The white graffiti at the base of the tower, combined with the white icon, just makes it a little bit harder to see the distance. At 100 meters with an LMG, the bullet drop is negligible, so just aim for his head and squeeze the trigger. So that's about it for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like on it. And for this week's outro, it seems that Unidad has come into possession of the Mind Stone from the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
That's one less bad guy.